Alright there guys, and welcome back to another video. As you can see, with Let's Plays gone, we're back to our regularly scheduled programming of the type of content I enjoy the most. So, now that all those Let's Plays are done, it's now the final week of June, and that means I've got just enough time to sneak a little old Pride Month video in. Because I've been thinking, what should it be this year? I can't make it another anime video, because at this point that would be just milking that idea, and I've only ever done that to one other type of video I've made. So I'd rather not do it again. So, this time we're going to be talking about LGBT in The Simpsons. And there's two characters I want to talk about specifically for this video. The first one is not the one on the thumbnail, that one is coming second. So, the first character we're going to talk about is Patty Bouvier, Marge's older sister. The one that gets significantly less screen time than Selma. I mean, the only episode that had anything to do with her over Selma was the episode in like season 3, was it? Where Principal Skinner fell in love with her. Apart from that, there's not really been any episode that she's played a major role in on her own without Selma. But we're going to be going all the way back to season 16. 2005, where Paddy came out as a lesbian to the family, but more specifically to Marge. And Marge spends a lot of the episode being very hesitant about Paddy's sexuality. She says she's okay with it to Paddy, but the way she says it, you can tell Marge ain't completely on board just yet. So, Marge is told by Paddy when she says that she's getting married. And Marge says, "Oh, congratulations, what's he like? Who's the lucky guy?" And Paddy says, "Keep guessing, you're never gonna get it. The name of the person I'm marrying is Veronica." And then Marge says, "But that's a girl's name." "Yes, Marge, well done, you figured it out. Well done, you figured that part out." Then Paddy just up and says that she's gay to Marge. And Marge can't quite believe what she's just heard. Then it shows a montage of Paddy and Marge when they were kids, and the type of stuff they were into. It shows Marge was into typically more girly and feminine stuff, while Paddy was not. She was into more masculine stuff. And then it even shows a clip at the movies of Paddy literally making out with another girl. Just to reinforce to Marge. Yeah, that all happened. So throughout the episode, Homer decides to basically become a vicar for gay weddings. Which was actually a genius idea from him, because he gets himself quite a good amount of money from doing this. Obviously, Marge is hesitant because she goes to church every Sunday. And the family are Christians, but Paddy has come out as something that the Christians see as their sworn enemy. That's where Marge is at the crossroads. She doesn't know what to do. But she feels that something is off about Veronica the entire time. But she doesn't quite know what she has a problem with yet. And Paddy keeps asking Marge throughout the episode, that is she okay with it, and she keeps saying yes, even though you can tell the answer isn't clearly not yes just yet. Then it gets to the morning of Paddy and Veronica's wedding, and Marge looks into the bathroom door of the house that's open, and sees Veronica shaving. Specifically, shaving this area. I'm not a biologist, but men typically are the ones to have hair around this area. And Marge sees that and realizes, oh no, this whole time Veronica was a man the entire time and has been deceiving Paddy this entire time. So Homer starts doing the whole wedding speech, the whole if anyone can think of a reason these two shouldn't be together in holy matrimony, speak now or forever hold your peace. That's where Marge jumps in and tells Paddy she can't marry Veronica. And Paddy, of course, thinks Marge is saying that because she thinks Marge doesn't want her marrying another woman. But no, what Marge says is, Veronica is a man. And that's where it gets revealed that this entire time, Paddy was actually dating a man without realizing. So that's where Veronica finally comes to the truth, tells the truth to Paddy, that she is actually a he. And he says to Paddy, will you still marry me? And she's like, no. Which, good on her. Because, believe it or not, lesbians are not attracted to men. There's a certain group of people that need to be told that a little bit more. I'm not going to say which group that is, but there is a group of people out there that need to be told that a little bit more. And that's where the episode ends. That came out back in 2005, a full 10 years before gay marriage in America was actually legalized. So, The Simpsons were doing something that every single corporation has spent the past month doing. Only The Simpsons did it back when it actually meant something. Before gay marriage was legalized in America, did any of these companies change their logo to rainbow-coloured in June every month? Of course they didn't. They only started doing that from probably 2016 onwards. And they've done it this month, of course. Even though it's got to the point where no one is falling for it anymore. We all know why they do it. No one's falling for it, but it ain't gonna stop the corporations doing it every single year. Now we'll get on to the second person, and a character I actually do like. I'm not a big fan of Paddy as a character, not really, or Selma. I'm not really a big fan of either of Marge's sisters. But now let's get on to a character I actually do like. Mr. Waylon Smithers, Mr. Burns' right-hand man. So, it wasn't confirmed until season 27 of The Simpsons that Smithers was actually gay. Like, it wasn't until then the show itself actually confirmed that it was a fact that Smithers was gay. But you don't really need to use that as evidence, because you can go back to older episodes throughout the show and see clear and obvious signs Smithers is showing you to tell you that he's gay. There's the flashback episode at the Springfield High School where the gym teams are doing their performance, and Smithers says, "Okay, that's the girls' team, now let's bring on the men." Of course they'd get Smithers to say that. The scene where Smithers says to Mr. Burns, "Sir, I just want to say I love you," in those colours, as he tries to back out of it. Or, another good, probably one of the best pieces of evidence over the years of the show that Smithers is gay, is the episode where he has a huge Malibu Stacy collection. And he's the only male in the entire episode that's interested in the things. Everyone else is a little girl, just like Lisa. And Smithers, of course, helps Lisa track down the original creator of the Malibu Stacy doll, which of course then she gets her own Lisa gets her own created. But yeah, it took until season 27 for the show to finally reveal, yes, Waylon Smithers is indeed gay. Although you could even use the episode with John, the gay man who was wearing the Homer's Pin Pals bowling shirt, if you remember. And John takes Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie out to dinner, and Smithers happens to be there. And those two happen to know each other, for the reason you can kind of predict. And the most, the biggest gay storyline Smithers ever got was actually not that long ago. Just under a year and a half ago. Well, no, just over even. Just over a year and a half ago, November 2021, season 33, the previous season of the show, Smithers finally found his happiness when another rich, wealthy businessman came to Springfield and dazzled Smithers with his charm, which made Smithers leave the nuclear power plant and no longer be Mr. Burns' right-hand man. And Smithers feels like he's actually finally getting the happiness he deserves. Only to find out that the man of his dreams that Smithers thought he had found is actually just like Mr. Burns. He's all about screwing over people and the environment for his own self-benefit. And then he tells Smithers that that's his type. That's what Smithers' type is. Rich, evil, old men. Since Mr. Burns fits that description, and this guy also does. Whether they're going to give Smithers some more gay storylines across the years. I mean, we've got seasons 35 and 36 confirmed, so that's like 44 to 48 new episodes of the show to come. Surely they might be able to put in another LGBT Smithers storyline there. Smithers, of course, has also been seen to maybe partake in the art of drag. So there could be another episode where he is doing that. But who knows? And that concludes my LGBT related video for the year of 2023. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Tell me in the comments if you are glad to see this type of content resume. And until next time, catch you later.